I'm not. Hi guys, sound up.
I thought I said that.
I know. You totally did, but I wasn't on it, so I totally didn't do it. So Blake leaned in right as we were about to go live, and he's like, "You're doing great." So that's why I said I'm not, because I'm not. I'm not doing great.
And you're in charge.
Yeah.
How's
That's what I said. Like, they told me yesterday I was the captain of the ship. I was like, if I'm captain of the ship, we're going down.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys are on the Titanic
Going down
tonight.
with the ship.
Congratulations. Thanks for joining me, Troy.
I feel like the cello player.
Well, you are very well dressed.
I'm so proud to play with you guys.
But are we near, my God, to thee?
Thank you, Lenny, for being here. Thank you, Blake, for being here in your MAGA hat again.
What?
I thought it was rather red today as well. I noticed that.
I know, we're all kind of red.
Does it say, okay,
There you go.
Lenny, what does it say on here?
You're advertising a new restaurant on the Bayfront. Oh, no, that's not plural. Never mind. Hi, Blake.
It's okay, Blake.
Yeah.
We love you.
Do I look like Michael Lugo over here?
Yeah.
Come
No,
on.
that was the
no.
River and Fort guys. The Saint.
Yeah.
The
Right,
Saint.
right, exactly.
It's delayed because of a situation with the elevator. So they're hoping to get a CO where they can open the downstairs, but the elevator company that they used got the wrong parts in.
Ooh,
That's
not
the
good.
River and Fort.
Yeah, well, it's
Well,
the
it's the
Saint.
company.
The Saint.
The Saint.
Yeah,
New
yeah,
Saint.
Okay.
it's the same company as River and
Good
Fort. So
gracious.
And
Hey,
River and
so they're-
Post up in Jack's.
Yeah.
it's looking great over there. It's really, really a cool spot. I think it's going to be really neat, but they're hoping to get it open at least for the first floor until they can figure out their elevator issue.
Look, if the build-out is anything like River and Fort, it's going to be a knockout
Yes.
because River and Fort is one of the most beautiful build-outs I've ever seen.
Well, I can tell you this. I think it looks beautiful, but it's been aggravating because it's right there at the entrance of my parking lot.
Okay.
Not my parking lot, but our company's parking lot.
In the back.
In the back,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
And it's killed our business as far as parking goes.
Huh.
And parking is a business.
Yeah, it really is a business.
So I wish 30 years ago, I wish I'd have bought a park. I wish I'd bought like 3 parking lots, and Blake would have been eating caviar the rest of his life.
Yep.
Ooh, little fish eggs for you.
Our church has a parking lot that when it's not being used for church functions, we sell the parking spaces, and it's 10% of the church budget.
Yeah.
Just
Well,
parking
Blake's worked our little parking lot for events,
Mhm.
which only has like 14 spots, and it's very nice, isn't it, Blake?
It
Thanks
is.
for a good bonus that day.
It is.
Yeah.
Is that your
And-
future house payment?
No.
Right.
if it is, we're in trouble.
That's more my life insurance.
All right. We should probably make some money.
Yes, we probably
Yeah.
should.
I thought Blake was.
We don't have a parking lot, so that's why we have
don't,
great
yeah.
sponsors.
That is, and our great sponsors today are South State Bank. The team at South State Bank is a group of bankers you can count on. Their approach to building long-term relationships with their customers is the best in the business. If you're looking for a banking relationship you can depend on, check out South State Bank. They've got 3 locations to serve you in St. Augustine, State Road 312, State Road 16, or the beach. Or you can visit them online at southstatebank.com. They are a member FDIC. Blake's looking for things to throw at me, so just be aware.
I'm looking to get properly hydrated. Like you have over
I've
here
got-
with 2
I left my water
cups.
in the
I've
car.
got 2 cups. I don't know if you can see them in the shot. I've got 2 cups today. Bear Kresge and Associates. They are a full-service local CPA firm with a team of skilled professionals dedicated to providing top-level service in the areas of tax compliance, planning for businesses, individuals, estates, and trusts. They do audits, reviews, and other accounting services, business valuations, forensic analysis, and litigation support. You can reach them at 904-460-0747 or online at abearkresgecpa.com. Evidently, I need to take a sip of one of my cups. Solar Stick. Established in 2006, Solar Stick is
Those
a
are
local
big cups.
portable power company proudly committed to American manufacturing, constant innovation, and creating jobs right here in St. Augustine, Florida. Solar Stick's focus on providing solutions for self-sufficiency helps users all over the world complete missions and save lives. Solar Sticks, changing lives, saving lives, and reviving American manufacturing.
Because they give a crap. Oh, wait.
We're not there yet. Troy, you're always early.
Yeah.
So sorry, Rebecca.
Yeah.
Land Title of America, whether you realize it or not.
She wants it over in a hurry.
You done yet?
Hey.
No comment.
I take a shower sometimes.
When you refinance a sale or purchase of a home, there is a title company involved. Don't get stuck with some out-of-town title company who doesn't give a crap when you are faced with challenges. Stay local and choose Land Title of America. Just call or text Stephen Collins at 904-501-4481. He specializes in all types of real estate transactions. Land Title of America, your title company ensuring America's land one title at a time because they...
Give a crap.
Oh,
At least
give
one of
a
you did.
crap.
They give a
You did.
crap.
You did it. I should have known that you would be the one to help me, and I should have just gone to you.
Yeah.
I should
Thank
have
you.
just ignored the
I
rest
thought
of
the
you.
both of
gotcha.
them were going to do it. I was purposely going to be late.
I was
And
going to be
Blake
late as
screwed it
well.
up.
I'm sorry. I thought I was going to be the one that's
guys-
late all the time because apparently,
predictable.
according to Mike Davis show lore, I'm the one that always pests Amanda.
I don't know if you're the one that always pesters me. I mean, there's so many pesters on this
You're
show.
already sitting next to one.
I think we all do our pestering
Yes, we do. Yes.
purpose.
Yes.
Yes.
That Mike at least admitted to that.
Okay, I want you to put on camera your 2 big cups
Yes.
because they're ridiculous.
All right. So this is my
I'm so going to
caffeine.
hell.
That's unsweet tea. These
Yeah,
cups
I know what
are
you
the
were
other ones.
thinking. I know what you were thinking.
And that's my water cup.
These are Amanda's big cups we were talking about.
Yeah.
Rude people.
The other ones are not that big. I'll
Hey,
tell you.
hey,
They're not 40 ounces.
but mostly though, but at least 3 of us are at least 3 of us have something to drink. Lenny over here, Mr. Dry Mouth, doesn't have anything to drink.
I know, I left my waters in the car.
He brought in mixers tonight for the show.
I got us covered, and another bag of ice. You're
Yes.
backed up for ice forever.
Oh,
He has
excellent.
ice.
Yep.
You got it. I saw
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Yeah,
I didn't help him carry it in, but I held the door.
That's which was all that was necessary. Thank you.
yeah.
So,
You guys just made me think of a dad joke.
oh man.
A
Yes.
dad joke. Do you want my dad joke?
Yes.
I always want your dad joke.
All right. Do you know how to? I mean, you're in the animal business.
Yes.
Do you know how to catch a polar bear?
There's so many ways to catch a polar bear.
All right. Here's how you catch a polar bear.
Okay.
All right. You cut a hole, like in the ice that they're walking across in the ice there, so it's right there. All right. I don't know if you know this, but polar bears love sweet peas.
Okay.
All right. Did you guys know that?
No.
Oh, it's news to me.
You're
I know
learning.
they eat carrots and zoos.
Yeah,
but
they
that's all
they love.
They're not eating them.
they love
They're not
sweet
eating them on the
peas.
ice flow.
No,
They also like
and-
It's
Coke.
easy to find,
So
however.
what you do is you line up a row. You get a bag of sweet peas and you line them up. All right, and take a line and right up to where you've cut your hole.
Mhm.
All right, and as soon as he gets to the last one,
Mhm.
you kick the polar bear right in the ice hole.
She's just-
Badon.
I knew that was going to be a long journey to a short finish.
Yeah.
Again, sorry, Rebecca.
We definitely need one of those dad jokes on the morning show today.
Oh,
Yeah?
he was poor Pete.
Poor Pete. I'm
I didn't
sorry.
talk to him later. He was feeling a little bit better, but his where you were sitting, Pete was sitting here, and you couldn't really see it online, but his eye was just running with tears.
Oh.
Yeah.
His allergies were so bad.
Yeah.
I
I'm
just
sorry.
wanted. We pick on Pete about not wanting to hug. I wanted to hug him today. I was just like, he was struggling like not to sneeze, and
Yeah.
it was just, Pete. I hope you feel better, man.
Yeah.
So
Use what Mike used that helped him. XLEAR Clear Xylitol nasal spray. It flushes out allergens. They also have a decongestant one that has the same active ingredient as Afrin, but you can't use that for more than 3 days in a row, just like Afrin. So the one without the decongestant will just flush out allergies and it'll help.
And we are open for sponsorship opportunities from both of those companies.
That has been the week. That has
Yeah.
been the week of Clear. Sponsor us, Clear. We're serious. We love this stuff.
Lenny, do you have allergies? Are you an allergy person?
Sort of, not a lot, but yeah.
Yeah,
You're
I
not-
don't really have allergies.
I don't have them really.
I usually go off like the Flonase if anything
you
goes
have,
bad.
You have some teary eyes every once in a while.
Yeah. So sometimes I do. So yeah.
You get a little blinky.
Yeah.
And
I
I don't
know.
know if my allergies is because I broke my nose like 3 times. So
Yeah.
no air is actually getting in.
So it's not
that may be
allergies,
better.
just restricted breathing.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It might actually help me not have allergies.
Filter,
or,
for sure.
Or it's my pig farm immunity.
That's very
it's
true.
It's one of the two of those.
They say like the more you're around animals, the more you're immune to everything.
Yeah. So
They say that's why the Europeans were immune to diseases, was because they were living in close proximity to livestock. They were engaging
They
in
kept warm at
animal
night.
husbandry.
The first
Right.
the first
Right.
15 years of my career, I was around little kids constantly, like in the
Mhm.
after school programs. I mean,
Yeah.
I had them hanging all over me, and
Oh, yeah.
I was like one big booger, but I never got sick.
Yeah.
And the first year I didn't work with kids,
Mm-hmm.
it was like every other
Sick
week I had like
constantly.
a cold or something. I was like, oh man, I got to work with kids.
You weren't
again.
inoculated with a new
exactly.
strand.
Yeah, I needed the new strand. So
Yeah, I was the youngest kid,
Mhm.
and we lived away from cousins, so I didn't do a lot of babysitting. When I was pregnant with my first baby, I kind of started having a panic attack about like I'm gonna have to deal with vomit and like puke and poop, and I don't know if I can deal with this. And so I was super stressed. My husband and I took my mom to go see a movie towards the end of my pregnancy, and there were trailers for that movie, Four Weddings. Do you remember that?
Four Weddings and a Funeral?
Vaughn? No,
Oh,
not Four Weddings, Four Christmases.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon.
Yeah.
And in the preview, they're like proudly childless, proudly unmarried. They live their life and their plans get ruined and they get busted on national television what they were actually trying to do for Christmas. And so they have to go be with their families. So she's handed the baby, and because she's a woman and she doesn't know what to do with it, so she's super awkward.
She's
and the
afraid
baby
of bounce houses.
yaks that too.
Yeah.
Yaks all over her. And then Vince Vaughn sitting next to her like and my brother or my husband and my mom are sitting on either side of me. And they're trying to not laugh because that was like my total fear at that point was having to handle that situation. And finally I'm like, it's okay, you can laugh at me.
You really aren't a parent until you've held a baby up like this and they puked into your face. That's when you know,
Yeah.
okay, I got my stripes.
Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did that, Blake. Right in there.
Yeah.
Right down the old gullet.
Well, every kid
I'm
does.
sorry, Dad.
Yeah.
I mean-
and new parents that are changing a boy for the first time.
There you go.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A shower is a coming.
You got it. So they
You
now
might have got
sell
away with it the first 6 times. But
they
it's
sell
coming.
a PPTP
Oh,
because
Okay.
people can't handle it
Just-
these days.
just
Yeah.
do
You
the
gotta be
hand
fast.
swap.
You got to be fast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but you're in a hurry.
Or
You
wear one of
forget.
those,
That's what'll
yeah.
get you.
And it's always when you're like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
and you're not awake because you haven't slept for 3 weeks. Ugh.
Get one of those COVID face shields. That'll take it. You know?
Yeah.
That's all.
And Blake's mom and I had a good strategy. Like I don't sleep. Like I don't go to bed until like 2, maybe 3.
Yeah.
So if the babies cried, and they were on formula.
Yeah.
If the babies cried before 3 or woke up before 3, it was my responsibility. And it was after 3, it was hers.
Yeah.
It was always our time, or if I was awake. But normally I was in bed at that time, and we really didn't have too much problem. We give them enough bourbon; those babies sleep well.
What?
That's true.
Blake
Okay,
thinks he's never drunk before.
okay. So
It's works. He
that might
doesn't
be the
drink now.
Asperger's then, huh?
Right. It's all part of the master plan.
Right. My husband was a gem. So we breastfed. And so he would get up, he would get them, change their diaper, and then pretty much just pop them on me. And then I would wake him up when I was done and he would put them back because he can fall asleep really fast.
Oh yeah, I
So
couldn't do that.
like he's the kind of person that the second his head hits a pillow, he's asleep. And it would take me like 30, 45 minutes to go back to sleep if I got up and moved.
Yeah, and we were talking about aliens right before the show.
Yes.
I'm pretty sure he's an alien now.
He might be.
Yeah, because that real people can't do that.
He's
I can't do it. I know people that can.
He's that
you look
dude
like the
that-
kind of guy that could fall asleep.
Yeah, I mean, I usually
Are
stay
you
up.
awake now? Okay.
We're
That's why
working
he
on
doesn't
it.
have his water.
Exactly.
Yeah, he'll fall asleep on airplanes. Like there's been times that I've had to wake him up on airplanes because I'm dealing with a baby and my mom's afraid to fly. I'm like, you got to help my mom because she's freaking out and you're snoring. And she's like about to have a panic attack. You got to calm down my mom because I got to calm down the baby. And he's like, what's happening?
We should have just gave the baby to your mom. Then she'd
Yeah.
have been focused on the baby.
Yeah, she'd have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Should have. Rookie mistake. See, I should have talked to you.
new parent rules.
I know. But it's so funny that we're on this topic because my brother has a little over 2-month-old now, and it's his first baby. He's older than me. And so he's just now experiencing like newborn stuff.
Mhm.
And not intentionally, but I sent like a rookie mistake diaper change get pooped on in your face because like you're diaper changing a poopy baby this way.
Mm-hmm.
And so, you know,
Never had poop in my face. I'm not sure.
I haven't either.
I'm not sure how that's possible.
How?
So she was like sitting on the couch with a pillow and trying to change the diaper with the baby head to foot, like perpendicular from her. And so she's like, oh, sweet baby. And she's like trying to clean up. And all of a sudden, whap, and she just screams like a horror movie.
That's on you.
I know. I was like, that is her fault. 100%. You never stare down the barrel of any weapon.
Right.
I'm just telling you.
A loaded one.
Yeah, you don't even know if it's loaded.
You know
never
that
stared
one's
down.
loaded. Right. You know that baby's loaded.
I shared that on Thursday, and then my husband last night shared, you think Mike Myers is scary, wait until you wake up in the middle of the night because you feel someone staring at you and it's your child in a dark doorway. So my brother was like, I don't think I need you guys to send me reels anymore.
It feels like the twins from Shining. You wake up, you're like, ah.
My husband saw that reel. Ha ha ha. Sends it to the family group chat. Wakes up last night, goes to the bathroom. As he's walking back to the bed, my daughter's standing there just staring at him. She had a bad dream, and I was like, you totally spoke that into reality. You did that to yourself. You gave yourself that heart attack. So how did all of your properties do in the hurricane? I haven't gotten to talk to you.
The properties were fine. We have a canopy over our driveway.
Okay.
And it looks like the Tropicana field right now. There's shells there.
Yeah.
It's got things hanging. I mean, it's totally Sanford. Like, you go by our house and you actually hear the Sanford and Son music. You hear beep, 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 beep. You know, and along with
Copyright strike.
You know,
Always.
and Rebecca's job of refurnishing furniture, you know, and now that's happened. It's like, we are living our part.
Yeah.
So
Kind of going back to your redneck roots.
Oh yeah. Well, we have a political sign in our front yard that people stop.
I laugh every time we drive past your house
and take a picture. You know, so it's kind of funny. Have you seen it?
I have not.
Or Wu-Tang. It's a politicians come and go.
Yeah.
But Wu-Tang is forever. so we have the Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang is forever, and
Nice.
so people do stop in front of the house quite a bit.
Yeah.
So.
And so now you're giving them a little bit more of a show.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
How'd the Canwright house do? Is it good?
Canwright House is fine. It's high and it's over away from everything, and it's 100% fine. Our other properties did fine. There's some the Spanish terracotta roofs. Some of those got blown off, but it wasn't anything of an
A to Z roofing and waterproofing.
A to Z can do it. So
Yep. Did you do okay in the storm, Lenny?
We did. I found shingles on the ground, and it turns out that they were shingles that had been on my neighbor's roof that when he had shingles replaced, they never took the old shingles off. And that's what blew off. So all good.
So you had a panic attack unnecessarily?
Oh, no, we just sent the drone up and checked. Because I was trying to figure out if this was the color of my roof or the color of his roof. And, it's tough to tell because when shingles go up on the roof, they, bleach in the sun. So.
Well, storms are colorblind.
Yep. So it was all good.
I'm sure you're fine, Blake.
Yeah, it was fun. Only lost power once. I was actually dog sitting from my mom. She bailed the Saturday before the storm came.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
it was already a planned trip.
It was a planned trip. It was already, but she predicted very well that there was going to be a storm coming. So but I had the house for two of her dogs. Thankfully nothing was damaged by the storm, but there was a couch damaged by dogs.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Because they got nervous.
Yeah, and they don't like to go out in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
So my parents were traveling. I was house sitting my parents' boxer. So that's 2 adults, 3 kids. That was 2 Danes, 1 boxer, 2 cats, and a parakeet through the storm. And we had to prepare our house and my parents' house because my parents weren't there to do it. And they were flying back Wednesday. And so I was supposed to drive up there to Jacksonville Airport at I was supposed to leave at 9. They were landing around 10 so that I could drive them home. And so we got all the houses ready and by Wednesday late morning, we're like, we're just going to leave the car. If they get in, then great. They can drive themselves. But we're not going to try and drive up there at 10 p.m.
Yeah, because if that flight gets delayed, then you're stuck up there and you're in more danger
than I drove
they
for
are.
nothing. Yeah.
Right.
So,
no, that was a good plan.
My dad had sent us like a satellite parking lot a few days before because he didn't want to trouble us to stay up late. And I was like, oh no, I'm not going to make you park, like pay to park and, have to get a shuttle or whatever. And then when, rubber met the road, it's like,
hey Dad, you're paying to park.
Yeah. Well, it's like if we had left it in a parking lot, it probably would have sunk in the grass because it was a grass parking. There would have been no shuttle driver. So even if they had gotten in, they would have had to walk all the way to some off-site parking lot. In the rain. So we left it in the parking garage. They only had to pay for, I think, about 12 hours in the parking garage. So it's not too bad. And they ended up coming to our house to weather the storm. Punchline of that is we lost power. They didn't. But my dad wanted to see his dog and didn't want to wait until the morning. And so they came to our house and then we lost power within 45 minutes of them being at the house.
Yeah.
We lost power.
We never lost power. I mean, the water came up a little bit. It got to the second step. But a lot of that happened overnight. Pretty sure I was the only one who saw it. Yeah. Again, it's one of those situations where, the guy who doesn't sleep gets to see all the fun.
Yeah. But we'll say that we got really lucky that the hurricane didn't hit us during the King's Tide right now.
The King's Tide this afternoon was. I mean, if that combination would have been together, it would have been really bad.
All over again.
So, it would have been really bad.
Yeah, I was the only one that was awake to see the green flash of the transformer blow.
Oh, there you go.
And to watch my alarm clock go out because I had a deadline and I hadn't been able to work. So we're prepping all this hurricane stuff. So I was working late into the night trying to make my deadline. So I finally get to bed and the green flash out my window. And I'm like, that's not good. And then the fan stops and my alarm goes off. I'm like, oh, no. Here we go. And then the girls show up with their flashlights. You said if the power goes out to come talk to you. And Louis wakes up and he's like, I said if you're scared when the power goes out to talk to us. And they're like, we're scared.
Now we're scared.
And we're like, it's not hot yet. Go back to sleep.
Right.
When it gets hot.
Yeah.
Right.
I said when you're scared and hot.
Yeah. Like we've modified it slightly. They were just scared because of the.
No, we were very fortunate. It went, 50 miles more south than what we anticipated, maybe even 100 miles more south than what we anticipated. So, and then there's still another one out there that's kind of kicking around, but it's falling apart.
Not supposed to turn into anything.
Possible Nancy.
Yeah.
The one that they kept saying, that's Nancy, it's coming. October 18th, we're going to get hit by Nancy. And then, I mean, not that I want it to come. I didn't want them to be right.
Yeah.
So you had said that you wanted to know a piece of information. And so I want to update you on a story that we talked about last time we met. And that was that just a random dude that's a helicopter pilot that started rendering aid in North Carolina.
Oh, yeah.
And the fire chief told him that he'd have him arrested if he kept doing it.
Yeah, and I wanted the fire chief fired.
Well, you wanted his name so that you could maybe have him fired.
Yeah,
so I found the story. It's actually worse than we thought.
Uh-oh.
Like, no joke.
Okay.
So what happened was...
What happened was... The name of this segment is... What happened was...
So Jordan Sedum loaded supplies into his helicopter and headed to Lake Lure to help out.
Jordan's good guy.
Yep. He contacted controllers at Charlotte Douglas International Airport. He received permission for the flyover as it was the shortest distance to where he was headed. There were no restrictions, according to air traffic controllers. As he got closer to the area severely damaged by the storm, he landed at an airport where he met with multiple law enforcement officers and first responders to coordinate communication channels with them and to find out what was needed and where he should help. The former head of the Chesterfield County Sheriff's Office Narcotics Unit and his son were both volunteer firefighters in South Carolina's fire department. They rescued 4 women on Saturday, dropped off supplies before spending the night in the pilot's lounge at the airport. On Sunday, they lifted off to help again. Sedum spotted a couple on the cliff waving frantically. They were Susan and Mike Coffey. They had spent the previous 2.5 days in their car after watching theirs and their neighbors' houses crash down a steep embankment. While stranded, the couple waved their arms at helicopters that entered the area, but none stopped. They used rocks to write SOS in the neighbor's driveway, but no one saw the message. Susan added that they had only 2 bottles of water left, 2 bags of chips during the stay in their vehicle. They tried to stay positive, waiting for rescue, but Mike was growing concerned. All right, so they see a little black helicopter go over. It circled, it came back. She climbed into the helicopter with Jordan. Jordan promised to return to get her husband, Mike. Small helicopter, he can only take 1 person with him. When they get out at the command post 3 miles away, rescuers approach. They ask, "Who are you?" So Susan explains the whole situation. The firefighter says, "It's our mission. It's our operation." The firefighter, later identified as Lake Lure Assistant Chief Chris Melton, threatened to have Jordan arrested if he took off and came back with Mike.
Is it with an I or with an E?
Chris, CHRISMELTON. Melton.
Melton. Got it.
Like melt your face off, Melton.
Yeah.
All right. So
assistant. It's always the
assistant chief said he would have him
Barney
arrested. But the pilot said he was leaving because his son was up on the cliff waiting for him. So he talks to other responders that were in the area, and they say, "Look, we know what this dude said. We'll make you a safe landing zone if you choose. We can't tell you to go get Mike, the husband.
Right.
We can't tell you to go get him. But if you do choose to go get him, we'll make you a safe landing zone so that we can reunite this husband and wife." The guy's terrified. So he's like, "I got to go get my son. This guy's going to get me arrested." So he's like, I guess he told Mike that what had happened and that he was sorry. And so he and his son take off. Mike hikes down the flippin' mountain because now he knows where his wife is.
Hike down the mountain.
He did. So, I mean, he's getting threatened by somebody. So,
and he's looking for Mr. Milton, isn't he?
So Mike survives. He's reunited with his wife. But the name of the man that we should all shake our heads and pray bless his heart is Lake Lure Assistant Chief Chris Melton. I don't know if he's had any sort of action after that. So let's talk. I mean, I feel like at that point, I would have just brought Mike down.
Yeah.
But he was afraid. So he was afraid that he would bring Mike down.
He was afraid he'd bring Mike down, and then his son would be he would have left his dad. He would have left his kid up there.
Yeah.
I understand getting your kid first.
Yeah. So his son had to be left so he could bring down Susan.
Yeah.
Right.
So then he's told, if you come back with Mike, you're arrested.
Yeah.
So now it's.
So if he comes back with his son, he wasn't arrested.
Well, he didn't have to go back there.
Well, he didn't go back there. He didn't go back there with his son. I probably would have, because you can call other locations. I would have called a different location, taken my son to that location, and more likely flown back if there was enough. Yeah, we don't know the the fuel situation for the helicopter.
Yeah, how long he had been doing.
And he's probably. It sounds like he's in a little bubble helicopter.
Right.
It probably doesn't have that long of a range.
Yeah.
Probably only has 200 miles tops. So.
Yeah, Jordan said it really bothered him. It killed him to leave Mike behind, and that he couldn't reunite him with his wife. But Mike understood given the circumstances, and so Mike.
Well, he was probably able. He was able to give him water. He was able to give him. I'm pretty sure this guy Jordan is a very rational human being, and Chris Melton.
Chris Melton, MELTON.
Guess what? You're never going to be chief. Never.
So there were
I'm going to find out where you are, Chris.
Unfortunately, he was the one that was in charge of the scene. And so other people were like, hey, we'll be insubordinate for you if you decide, we'll protect you. But how much can they guarantee that?
Well, he doesn't have arresting power as a fireman.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. It doesn't work like that, even in an emergency, Chris. What was the Secretary of State that says I'm in charge?
Alexander Haig.
I'm in charge. The president got shot when Reagan got shot.
Alexander Haig.
I'm in charge. Yeah. Well, no, you're not.
Right.
Hold horses, buddy.
That's not the way the progression goes. It goes,
Right. I had a conversation this morning with somebody just talking about the difference between asking for permission versus forgiveness.
Yeah.
And you're well aware of that concept as well as I.
Never done that.
Well, I didn't say you did that. I said you're familiar with it.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
And me, when I'm building properties, I'm dealing with building departments and codes and that. I'm always asking for permission as opposed to forgiveness. And, I sat on a zoning board for a long time and had to deal with all these people who did what they wanted to and said, woe is me. Oh, we're so sorry. Forgive us. Give us a variance. This is a case where I would have gone for the forgiveness and screwed the permission if I was that guy, because it's a life safety issue. And if nobody else was going up to get him, what was the alternative?
Right and wrong still comes into play. And, I would have, like I said, I probably would have called somewhere else, taken my son someplace else, and then I would have returned Mike to his wife. I mean, but like I said, I don't know the fuel and how much he had and what availability he had to that, because I'm sure that had to play into the factor.
The American in me wishes that he had done the inverted salute from Top Gun, right?
Yeah.
Like, here's Mike and here's the finger. But I totally get not wanting to have his son stranded up there. But you're right. Like, hindsight 2020, he could have potentially taken his son back, maybe refueled, gone back to get Mike. I'm just glad they reunited and they're okay.
Ultimately,
Can you quickly look up the population of Lake Lore?
So Lake Lore is famous because they have a park that has the Rainbow Bridge, and so it's where people will leave like their dog collars. And so the Rainbow Bridge got washed out. It's like painted rainbow colors, and the Rainbow Bridge poem about animals crossing the Rainbow Bridge when they pass away, that's in Lake Lore.
All right, population as of May 2024 was 1,393.
Ooh,
that's a lot of power.
Everybody knows that, Chief, right?
Yeah.
He ain't ducking.
Guess what, Chris?
He ain't ducking.
It's time to relocate.
I don't think you're going to be welcome very long.
Right.
Dude, that's wild, man. How can you tell somebody, you see the wife, you hear the story, and be like, nope, your husband's stuck up there in the car with the 2 bottles of water.
Did he give any explanation of why he wasn't allowing the guy to go back up?
I haven't found him. I just recently found his name. I haven't found any explanation as to why. I have seen, so this wasn't even published on like news websites. This is published in firehouse.com, which is like a firefighter publication. And so they're like, no, that's who that dude is. Right. I will say that we had firefighters in here that would not comment on this.
Interesting. Okay. That's what I was going to say. So, what's the sentiment on firefighters.com?
Yeah. So, I mean, they gave his name, they gave his full name and his title. So whether they're not giving an opinion, they're just kind of reporting. Susan Nichols, the one that edited and published the story, she's not giving an opinion at all, but I think it says something that they gave his full name and his location and title.
Does she have an email on that?
Maybe. Yes, she does.
Can we email her and ask if
I'll forward this article to you, Joy.
Chris Melton still has his job?
Text me your email address and I'll send you the article. We can update that next week on if you get an answer from Susan Nichols.
And Chris, if you want to talk to me, it's Troy at walkingmc.com.
Get him on the story.
Yeah, right. Invite him to Bollocks.
That's
It'll
exactly
be a fun time. No problem at all.
The worst fire chief stories of all time.
Well,
No,
Assistant.
Okay.
Assistant chief. Yeah.
It's 1,000 people, and he's the assistant fire chief. So, I'm
is
sure
this a Dwight situation?
It's the first time he's ever been of any type of power.
Yeah.
Maybe
his first scene that he's ever managed.
Yeah, that was a rough
He's
one.
gonna distinguish himself.
Yeah.
But
he already fifed himself.
Dude.
Other than the emotion involved in it, I'm wondering if he has any basis for a logical explanation of why he wasn't allowing it.
This is our scene and our operation is
Well, it's just power trip, and that's ridiculous because in that situation, you have to be smart enough to take all outside help if it's credible and safe.
Well, Jordan said the others, so the others knew.
Right.
So, Chris, your career is not making it better.
Right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
All of the other people
Your aspirations of being chief is over.
Yeah.
Right, especially when the other firefighters said they would be insubordinate in support of the pilot.
Yeah.
I want to know I want the quote from the actual chief.
And where was he? Right.
From the actual chief, I don't have that.
Where was Michael?
Susan, the wife that survived, she recounted that the assistant chief said it's our mission, it's our operation. And that's what started his power trip. And that's when he denied him the ability to go get Mike.
Did he have a helicopter? No.
No.
Yeah,
Right.
because societies that have 1,000 people in it, they can afford helicopters.
Yeah,
obviously.
exactly.
So
Let's not talk about helicopters. I still got PTSD from
mosquito control.
from all of the helicopter discussions during the elections in August.
Oh, yeah. Well, we can afford a helicopter.
We're larger than 1,000 people.
Yeah, we can afford a helicopter. We have almost $1 billion budget.
Andy says the abbreviation for assistant got reduced to ass just for him.
Yeah, just for him.
Apparently,
Oh,
there
my
may be
word.
more than one Chris Melton. So
Yeah.
aim your,
There might be
aim your
one.
venom in the right direction.
Yes, Assistant Chief Chris Melton. Heather wants to know if we have any update on the boat leaning against the 312 bridge. Does anyone know
It was
anything?
Still there.
Yeah.
It was
Still there?
Yeah, it was still there.
Is there a plan?
They have a derelict boat situation, but before they have to do everything they can to find the owner,
Okay.
because there's money in the find account,
Mhm.
Florida Inland Navigation District, that helps with derelict boats.
Okay.
And I think they got to find out who it is, because first off, it's that person's financial responsibility.
Right.
And then if that's not it, because they'll go get the boat, but the boat's going to have to be broken down,
Mhm.
and almost scuttled at that point.
Yeah. I mean, is it doing any damage to the bridge that we know of?
It's just the mast against
It's
the
the
bridge.
mast,
So
yeah.
I don't know. I
It's-
don't know where it
it's-
is on the base of it.
It's
Yeah.
on the
The north side.
eastern north
Yeah.
side of 312 bridge.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still driving on 312, so
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Like, should we be?
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
it's
I don't
fine.
know, it's not a large boat either.
FDOT's been out there and inspected it, and
All right.
the bridge is safe. I mean, the concrete's going to do much better than the aluminum mass.
Yeah.
So-
That's
I have pictures of it actually.
there's the hull itself actually rubbing against any of the pylons, or is it just
I don't know.
No.
I've only seen it driving across. I
Okay.
haven't been on the water.
those
and looked at it.
the only thing I saw the boat there was basically just simply just touching was just touching the side of the boat,
okay?
like
All right. Send me that and we can show it to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's.
You know
So,
what I heard?
Did it break away?
I heard it's Chris Melton's boat.
That's Chris Melton. We're coming for you, dude.
I believe it
that
came
freaking
from somewhere by Fish Island. It was
Yeah.
on the Fish Island T dock.
I heard that's
The-
where Chris Melton hangs out.
That's fitting. He smells like fish.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'll send that. I'll put that up for everyone to see if you haven't seen it
That would
yet.
that would be Smelton.
Smells so close. So close. Almost
Swabby.
made
I
it.
mean,
Oops, failed to
Samsonite.
attach.
Flying through the
I
email.
was way off. Let's see.
So,
It's not
um,
attaching.
no,
I'll
but
send
I
it.
mean, there's a procedure that goes along with it, and it's a little bit of a process, because there's a lot of derelict boats that people just abandon,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and there's some of them that people are actually living on that look like derelict boats.
Right. And I
Yeah.
think to that end, in the last couple of years, they changed the law or the ordinances involving derelict boats to put the onus originally back on, more specifically on the owner,
Mhm.
and the financial encumbrance on the owner. Even if the state moves it away,
Mhm.
they're still on the hook.
Well, they have to pay the restitution of it, and to the ability they can. A lot of times these boats are in such bad shape, it's almost as bad as their bank account. The
Right,
people that own
exactly.
the boat.
Yeah,
There's a
and
correlation.
The boat pretty much caused some of the bankruptcy.
Right.
probably.
Hey, you know,
That's the reason
It's
why
a-
it's derelict a lot of times.
What is it? The best day of your life's
When
getting
you
to
buy a boat, and the second best is when you sell it.
right? Uh-huh. Right.
Oh yeah. Let me see if I can get this to open. The picture does not want to play nice.
Oh,
Do you got an Android?
No.
We'll get it up if I can get it to download. So I've got some fun. Oop, there we go.
there it is. Lower up. There you go.
So it does not look like it's in great shape.
No.
They haven't swabbed the deck in a while.
They have not. I mean, we used Brasso and Simple Green when I was on a sailboat. You're not cleaning that deck. Good gracious. I got some fun trivia for you guys.
yay. Is it sports?
No,
Dang it.
because I wanted something that we all know.
Oh.
So ice cream trivia.
Okay.
Excellent. 31
geez.
flavors.
Everyone likes ice cream, right?
Except
So-
those with
All right,
lactose.
wait, hold on. Making a Joe Biden joke tally counter on here.
Yeah.
So let's see how it goes.
I have expertly navigated no politics tonight. Have you
Yeah,
noticed that?
you've done very well.
Congrats.
All right,
Right.
ice cream can be traced back to when, Troy Blevins?
Can be traced back to, I'm going to say, ancient Greek.
Ancient Greece.
Marco Polo in China.
All right, Marco Polo in China.
Marco.
Polo.
See, Blake agrees with me.
Do you want a specific year or just region?
Region. We'll start with region.
China.
China. All right. We got 2 points. Lenny and Blake. It does come from ancient China.
You know what the worst ice cream is? Chinese ice cream. It's horrible.
When can we date ice cream back to Lenny?
I don't think it's legal to date ice cream.
Hey,
I guess
on the
late 1400s.
1400s.
94.
1494?
Yeah.
Like Columbus and ice cream?
Pretty
same
much.
time?
Well, I'm
Wow.
trying to remember when Marco Polo was over there. And I thought he was there in the 1400s.
All right. So, okay.
You said late 14.
I did.
Yep.
No,
I'm
that's when he found it. It was probably there well before Marco Polo got there. Actually,
Yeah.
1292.
1292.
I'm going to go slightly before Blake there because I think it was a little bit earlier than that.
It was 3000 BC.
ooh,
Troy's on the board.
Yeah.
All right.
right.
Blake left me a lot of room.
Yeah, that's
Talk
wide
talk
margin.
about coming in close by about, I don't know, 4,000 years.
Horseshoes and hand grenades.
Yeah.
All right. The first ice cream, what was it flavored with, Blake?
Ooh, I'm gonna say copper.
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 There was copper powder.
I want my money back from Flagler. Copper.
What do you think, Troy? How many lakes did he say?
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Oh, yeah. Gosh, Joe Biden's answer would have been better than that. I'm trying to think of a
Add
fruit
one to
that's-
the Joe Biden joke
Yeah,
counter.
I wanted it to be on the board. At least he could
Yeah.
participate.
Gives him something to do.
I can't believe I've lost him before. I'm gonna say it's some type of fruit. I'm gonna go with like I'll go with like a mango.
Okay.
Tea.
Tea. Troy is right. It is fruit juices.
Okay.
All right.
Well,
So,
that's broad category. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I said fruit.
Well,
yeah,
you know.
fruit. I was
Okay.
just looking for
Fine.
fruit. You
All right.
gave a specific fruit. When is it credited for coming to the United States?
What is it? I'm gonna say I think it's me. And I'm gonna say the World's Fair. I'm gonna say probably Chicago. I'm gonna say 1880s.
1880s.
Thomas Jefferson. So let's call it 1700. I mean,
All right.
I'm sorry, 1800.
1700?
1800.
1800?
Yeah, Thomas Jefferson brought it back from France.
I'm gonna say 1796.
1796. And Blake has it because it was 1700. Came
1700.
earlier.
Wow.
But it was mostly gelato. So early European ice cream was mostly gelato.
that doesn't count then.
I thought it was Thomas Jefferson. Oh well,
Well, he loved it because it was already there.
right. It was in France. I actually have the recipe for his ice cream at home.
Yeah, he was a very big fan.
Yeah.
There was wasn't there White House budget for ice cream because of
Maybe.
him?
They have to.
So
All right. Yeah, still is.
that's
No
fine.
comment.
You can put that one down.
All right. When was the ice cream sundae invented, Lenny?
On Tuesday.
Right.
Give me the decade. Give
Oh,
me the decade.
A decade.
Mhm.
The 1880s.
1880.
All right, so Jimmy Carter wasn't alive yet.
Barely.
I'm gonna say Sunday.
Tom Carvel.
1825.
1880s,
1825. I'm going to go 1881.
All right. 1881. Lenny has it on the nose. 1880s. I mean, so you guys both get a point.
What?
Because I said decade.
Okay.
All right. So Troy's ahead.
Was it at the Chicago Fair or Chicago World's Fair?
Mhm.
Was it at a World's Fair? Seems like it would
So
be.
where did the waffle cone make its debut?
You know,
Points.
you notice she didn't answer your question.
A bonus point
Might not
if
have
you
it.
give me the date, the year,
The year only, not
No.
specifically the date.
the location, and the year only. Yes.
All right.
Is
Waffle,
it you?
waffle, 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 waffle.
Copper.
Only cost a penny.
Lake Lore.
I hear it was Chris.
Yeah.
Chris is
Chris.
balling.
Melton.
Ice cream day, Melton. Get it?
Yeah.
Get it?
Yeah.
He's a Melton.
I'm gonna say Paris, 1904.
Paris, 1904. All
During
right.
the Olympics.
The
It was World's Fair and Olympics were in Paris around that time.
Mm.
I think it was 1908. The waffle cone. Waffle cone seems to me to be very American. I'm going to say it's more recent. I'm going to go with it being in Flushing in New York.
Okay.
And
Do you have a year guess?
If you're doing World's Fair,
yeah, I'm gonna-
1964 was
yeah,
that World's Fair?
64 to 66, right?
Yeah, 65.
It was 2
65
years.
is 4 and 5.
It was 2 years.
Right, 4 and 5.
So I'll go 64.
I got thrown out of the Irish Pavilion for drinking an Irish coffee as like a 6-year-old kid, 8-year-old kid. No shit, yeah.
That caffeine will do it for you.
Right.
yeah, something
All right.
else.
Yeah.
Location and
First place you were kicked out of.
Yeah, right. It probably won't be the last. I'm gonna
I
go
hope
take.
not.
I'm gonna take Troy's lead and go to the Chicago World's Fair, which was in 1888.
1888. Okay, so
I'm big on the 1880s.
Blake gets the date. So he gets a point for the date at 1904, but it was World's Fair in St. Louis, Missouri.
Uh,
So the only point in that one was for the year, and that was Blake. Good job, Blake. You are
Yeah.
tying your dad now,
Yay.
even with a copper answer.
Hey.
all right.
All right.
How many lakes does Michigan have? 20.
Okay,
That was a
okay. That was a worse. So I gave out a worse answer because the question was how many lakes were there in Florida?
Yeah.
I said 10.
Yeah.
A couple more.
So
A lot more.
I pick
Okay,
on you,
a lot
and
more.
I've given some really tragic numbers guesses. So I mean, I'm right there with you.
Well,
It's all right.
we often just said 69 to
Right.
get
All right.
for laughs.
Then President Ronald Reagan designated what month as National Ice Cream Month?
And president.
First.
I think it's me. I would assume it's going to be in the summertime.
That's what I'm thinking.
So I'm gonna go with June.
June.
I'll do July.
Okay.
August.
August. It's July.
Yay! I'm back.
Lenny's back.
I'm
So,
back.
4th of
Three-way
July.
tie right now. All right. What year?
What year
What
did he
year
dedicate
Did he
that?
designate July as National
Oh.
Ice
I
Cream?
really
Okay.
want.
I'm gonna
It's
go
Lenny.
with
Lenny, right?
Lenny.
Okay.
Sorry, that's right. I said June.
Let's do. I'm trying to remember when he was president. Let's do
1880.
Right. I'm out of the 1880s. 1984.
1984.
Was he president then? I think he was
Yes,
Yeah,
president.
he was.
Yes,
He
81 to
81
to 90.
Yeah.
All right.
89. I actually.
No, he went out in 90. Oh no, he went out in 89. You're right.
Mhm.
It was 88 election. Dukakis.
Well, he never
anklet.
got over that tank.
Yeah.
or the criminal.
Yeah.
Just Hugh Jackson should have won the nomination. But anyway.
Oh, I think he dodged that one.
All right. I'm gonna say I really want to go with 84 because that was an election year as well. So but hey, people love ice cream. So, I'm gonna say 82.
82.
I'll go the other way. I'll go with the year I graduated high school in 85.
Okay. It's 84.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Good job.
Boy is definitely back.
So
He knows his ice.
He does.
I do.
You guys know how to catch a polar bear?
no.
Ice hole. What you got, Blake?
I'm sorry, that would be far too
Yeah.
nice hole.
So it's not only President Reagan went to Richard Pay's 200 victory in Daytona in July. He also designated July as National Ice Cream Month. So he had a pretty good July that year.
He wanted everyone to have a good July.
Mhm.
Yeah. No one saw the end of that race.
All right. So I've got.
Really?
You know what happened?
What happened?
That was where the fight happened in turn 4.
What?
In
That was
the
when-
stands
no,
or in
that's
the?
Yarborough and
No. That was 79.
Okay.
That was 79. That was
Richard
79.
Petty won that race too,
Yeah,
didn't
he did.
Okay. All right.
19. I'm sorry.
I was like,
The
whoa.
firecracker.
You lost control.
We did. Hey.
We got on a NASCAR tangent. We went on a tangent early.
Sorry.
Sports.
We're practicing for the
They're
next show.
filibustering. Who's winning? Lenny's winning.
Me.
So you just let it happen.
That's it. Yeah. Just can you explain that fight again? A little bit? Can you extrapolate on that
I
for
just
me?
realized I've had my phone out.
Cheater.
But you're not looking at
I
it.
didn't look one
Cheater.
time.
You didn't look at it. All right. So
Joe
I've
Biden.
I've got the the article says 15 flavors, but there are a lot of ties, so there's way more. So if you give me the number one flavor and the percentage, then you'll get 2 points. If you give me any other in the top 10, which is a lot, again, because there's lots of ties, so there's lots of chances, then you'll get 1 point. All right, so top flavors in America.
No, I think it's me.
Did
Who answered the last?
I thought I did.
84.
84.
I just wanted to go
83,
first.
82. No.
I'm trying to get a jump on my kid.
There you go. Okay. Well, he's gonna
All right,
go copper again, so you're fine.
Oh, copper.
All right. Vanilla.
we got vanilla for number one. So you get a point. It's not number one though.
All right.
It is in the top 10. All right.
Chocolate.
Chocolate. Do you have a percentage?
Oh, did he give a percentage or?
No, but you get 2 points if you give me the percentage of chocolate.
I'm going to say chocolate is.
By how much?
Stop looking, Blake. I see you. He's
can't read
so
it.
cheap. No, the hell he can't. He reads my text from 12 blocks away.
No, I can't.
I believe that's the bank balance, sir.
He's checking to see if that's what I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 31%.
31%. Too high. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Top 10.
So chocolate's taken, vanilla's taken. I'll go with coffee.
Coffee. Let's see. All right. Coffee is not.
What? Inconceivable.
Coffee's not in the top
I hate
10.
coffee.
I don't-
Coffee's
I don't
not
like
in the
it either.
top 10?
Not in
You
the top
like
10.
coffee
Let
ice
me
cream?
see.
Absolutely. I
You
love
have a
coffee
choice.
ice cream.
You have a choice, and you go to this coffee shop and you go, "Give me some coffee."
Coffee.
Really?
Coffee.
All the great flavors. You go with coffee.
Sure.
Oh, my
Coffee
No.
is the 15th.
No shit.
Top 15th.
I'm so
Yeah.
disappointed.
But
So now I need to give you a percentage.
No, you don't.
you only give out points for if it's in the top 10.
If it's in the top 10. So he didn't
Huh.
get a point. All right.
Okay.
You want to go around again?
All right,
Yeah.
let's go again.
Sure, we gotta play that.
I'm gonna say pistachio.
Weirdly enough, coffee or pistachio is ahead of coffee.
How bizarre.
Yeah. Pistachio, where's the percentage? I just saw it. Wait. No, it is ahead, but it's 14. So you don't get a point.
it!
See, he can't read it.
Yeah. Good point. All right. Now I don't want to give Lenny. I'm stuck between two here. I'll just go strawberry.
Strawberry is number 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ooh, how traditional. Mint chip.
The
Mint
Neapolitan
chocolate
I just meant, oh, yeah, okay.
minty.
Yeah.
Mint chocolate chip, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're going?
Yeah.
It's okay, yes. It is tied for third place.
With
Mint
strawberry.
chocolate chip.
All
So
right.
it's tied with strawberry. So
Ah.
tied for third place. Do you want to go around again or do you want to hear
Might as
that?
well. Let's try
All
try
right.
again.
Go ahead again.
All right,
I'm
all
running
right.
out-
I
I'm
think
running
we
out of
should
flavors.
stop now.
Like
Hey,
you
it's a
say,
great show.
baby, right?
Thank you for flying Alitalia. And don't forget to tip your servers.
I mean, what time?
Make
We
sure
got
you
5
call
minutes.
Chris Melton.
All right, all right,
5 minutes.
all right. Let's go.
What you got?
Butter pecan.
Ooh, I was going butter pecan.
Butter pecan is tied for third place also.
No.
What?
Who are these people
I
that there's
know,
no
it's
coffee
crazy.
up there? That's nuts.
All right.
I hate coffee, so I totally get this.
Okay.
I have a technical question, and
Okay.
I'm giving Lenny this one
Go
if
ahead.
taking it away from me. Is Rocky Road still considered chocolate?
See, I thought that's its own flavor.
So
But does the Superman count as well?
there are various forms. If it has any other ingredients, it's no longer considered the same. So
Okay, I'm
Right.
I'm going to stick with my original one, and I'm going to go with cookies and cream.
cookies and cream did make the list. It's in
Ooh.
where is it? It's tied for fourth place.
Okay.
Wow.
So you got
Who
it.
are these people? Okay.
I
so-
know my ice cream.
I'm
Non-popular
telling you, and apparently I don't.
children.
Well, I'm not going to
Go with Go with sweet tea.
Right.
Ice cream.
You talk
Red Bull.
about bad Chinese restaurant ice cream. Green tea. I can still feel my tongue
I
drying.
don't like lavender. I don't like lavender.
Well, I don't think pink bubblegum from Baskin & Robbins is going to be on the list, but I'll go chocolate chip.
Chocolate chip did make it. Chocolate chip cookie dough made it. So you'll get that point. All right. So we've got a tie for first place. We're not going to go around again. I'll give you the
We don't
top.
have a tie.
I'll give you.
I have 6. They have 5.
Oh, yeah. You're right. You're right.
All right, hurry. Here, come on.
Okay, I'll give you another question.
I want a coffee recount.
Hold on. Okay.
We're out of
All
time. Hey, do you guys know how to catch a polar bear?
I would like to ask you, based on a 2018 poll,
I'm on a losing streak.
what percentage of people preferred traditional ice cream over low-calorie alternatives? What percentage of people preferred traditional, according to a 2018 survey? You're answering first.
100%. No.
That's where I was
Is that
going.
your answer?
Final answer. Take it. Lenny, go.
No, I'm gonna say 75%.
Okay, you're at 75,
76.
76.
Otherwise, they're Philistines.
74%.
They pinched me in the middle.
74.
Good move, guys.
Come on, guys. I'm asking this question. It's 69%.
How did that escape us? Oh, my
Blake gets
goodness.
the
Blake
point.
gets a point. All right.
I need another question, quick.
Go.
We still got time.
It's between me and Blake,
All right.
Oh,
Let's
yeah,
see.
you want to try a
I
tie?
need one more question.
He wants a 3-way tie.
What percentage of people
Thomas Jefferson.
have not tried alcohol-infused ice cream, Lenny? What percentage of people have not tried it?
75%.
All right, you're going 75.
I mean, who eats rum raisin?
Oh, you're gonna pinch. I'm gonna say 54%.
54.
I'm going to say 76%.
76%. Oh, Blake.
What is it? What is it?
69 again.
52%.
Yes! Blake with the victory.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm playing at a protest.
I tried.
Ohio State.
Ohio State.
Hey,
You're
hey,
wearing
hey.
a Flagler hat.
Hey,
You're right. They lost this week
Yeah. Hey.
to the Ducks.
There you go.
Oh, sad.
I still want a
It
coffee
quacked me
recount.
up.
You just stole his moment of victory. He was so excited. And look at
He
his
should have
face.
said
I'm
Ohio
going
State to me.
I know.
That was directed at me.
That was cold.
Yeah.
All right. That was fun ice cream trivia, guys. Thank you for joining me.
I think I have an ice cream headache.
I wanted to kind of cool temperatures because I knew the firefighter story was going to get everybody hot,
Yeah.
and I was
Yeah.
clearly trying to steer away from other topics. And there's nothing else to talk about, so ice cream. Thank
Melton.
you guys for joining us this week.
Did go to DQ
What's
and
going on?
I did have a twist, a chocolate vanilla twist at the DQ in Palatka today.
With coffee.
Did they turn it upside down?
Blizzard.
No, but
Your
Ray,
blizzard?
Ray had the blizzard, and yes, they did. No, I
Okay.
just had mine in a cone.
Nice. What's going on
All
on
right.
Bollocks tonight?
It's a show. You got to watch it because
Okay.
it's going to be one of your favorite ones. It is actors or actresses that turn down different jobs.
Oh.
So they just
What
some
could have been?
Yeah, some teases out there. I mean, like John Travolta was supposed to be Forrest Gump. I
Among
can't
other
picture-
things, there's a couple
Yeah,
others.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
you're right.
John
Yeah.
Travolta had
Yeah.
a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Jack Nicholson had. I almost said Nicholas.
Right.
Nicholson had a bunch of them that would
Yeah.
would blow your mind. I mean, there's some that were
That's
out.
going to be a fun show.
Yeah, there's some of them that are out there. You're like, what were they thinking?
I know, right?
Yeah.
But it was
That's someone
interesting.
that just has a hard on for
Yeah.
that particular actor and
Yeah.
didn't care about the source material.
Yeah, no.
Well,
I mean,
But some of their rationale was, Jack Nicholson made a couple of comments that he thought, well, first of all, a lot of people turned down Star Wars because they didn't understand the movie or the
Yeah.
script.
Yeah.
And Star Trek had been
right,
canceled,
right.
so like
So they
sci-fi.
didn't understand that, and I thought that was interesting that people put some thought into their roles. And Jack Nicholson, as far as The Godfather was
yeah,
concerned,
he said Italians should play Italian.
right, and
He was
Indians should
He
play
was
Indians.
progressive before that was even a
Yeah.
thing.
Well, he was supposed to be Michael Corleone.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah, and then the crazy one is if you stick with the Al Pacino was supposed to be Han Solo.
Right.
So there's some. It's a great
There's
show.
some
That's gonna be a fun
fun
show.
stuff out
We have
there.
some
Yeah.
ridiculous lists. I mean, there's a story about Matt Damon that'll just blow your mind. So
Okay, I can't wait.
Yeah.
6:34 Bollocks. Check it out, guys. Thanks for joining us. It was a fun show.
Come
Have a
back.
great week.
bye, Melton.
Bye.